Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the channel and the series. My name is Theo and I am a losing poker player. I also don't have any experience video editing, being a YouTuber, or a poker player. This is the start of the journey. It's not clickbait. I am a losing player. Started about a month ago. Let's see. Yes, all my hands. I'm at about 13,500 hands played. We're down 150 big blinds. Alright, switch this to real currency lost. Pretty steadily downwards, as you can see. Let's go to the monthly view. Yeah, it's the same. So, not an exaggeration. I'm not that good at this. So I will be using Drive HUD 2 to kind of track my stats as I play. There it is, 13,500 hands played. Yeah. You know, there's no shame in my game. You guys are going to see these numbers at some point anyway, so you might as well just get comfortable with them. Yeah, I mean that's atrocious. Minus 11 big blinds per 100 hands played. That's not what you want. That's not good. I want to get this to like 0. That's the goal, I think. But here's a few more stats. We'll dig a little bit further into the weeds as we kind of get into them. One of the issues with these stats is going to be, let's see if I pull up this. Yeah, I play zone poker sometimes at these micro stakes, and I play it a lot different than my regular cash table, which is probably why the results are so different, you know. And yeah, don't worry about this little guy right here. All right. Yeah, we got bigger fish to fry. I gotta at least break even in these micro stakes before I start worrying about what the difference is, why I fell apart when I moved up one big blind size. Alright, so I moved those stats into a slightly easier format to read. And we'll dig more into these kind of as we go, and really once I learn what they mean. But you know, I'm only down $9.50 really at these stakes, so definitely doable to get out of the red, you know, get into the black, start making a little bit of money to fund this bankroll before we move back up to 5 cent, 10 cent big blinds. Alright, so how am I going to start to overcome this deficit? We're going to make some goals. So I've got it split up into long-term and short-term goals. The long-term will be kind of the overreaching goal, which is the main thing we're working towards. Short-term will be something I can improve upon in the next week or two, which should help us out towards this long-term goal. Alright, the first long-term goal is just to become break-even. Right? We got to stop the bleeding. We got to stop losing the money. Can't keep losing 20 big blinds a day on average. It's not sustainable. So let's just get that to be even. You know, let me play for free, learn for free, and then I'll focus on taking it to the next step and, kind of making some money from that. Alright, and for the short term, I will be focusing on my 5 worst hands based on EV and improving each one in just about every category. Yeah, one very nice feature about Drive HUD is I can go here to hole cards. We can sort by expected value. Look at the worst ones up top. Yeah, look at this. These are my 5 worst hands by EV, right? These are the 5 I have to focus on, have to improve. Right, yeah, so these are my 5 worst hands by EV. Let's kind of single these out a little bit and blow them up. Yeah, I mean, look at these. This is crazy. It's going to be tough for these to get any worse. I mean, A7 suited, only had 31 hands, so kind of a small sample size, but even just folding a couple of times is 0 EV. That's going to drastically reduce that 630 number, but yeah, these are pathetic. But, this is how you get better, right? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So let's just focus on manageable little chunks right here. I'll get these 5 hands improved. We'll just go 5 hands at a time. All right, and without even really looking too far into it, just kind of some problem areas or leaks I can think of off the top of my head. Basically everything. I probably fold when I shouldn't, bluff when I shouldn't, or don't bluff when I should be bluffing, or I'm making bad equity calls. I think it's just all over the place. Everything in general needs to improve. But one thing I really feel like I need to emphasize on is the bet sizing. I feel like I'm not getting a lot of value when I know I have the best hand. So I just panic like JoJo the Idiot Circus Boy and put in all my chips right away and scare everybody off. Alright, so I'm going to start off with an hour a day of studying poker theory somehow. And I'm much more of a hands-on type learner, so I will be using a combination of Flopzilla and GTO Wizard. Alright, so here's just a quick look at Flopzilla. We'll go more into it once we actually start reviewing hands, but it kind of helps to figure, okay, I've got 10s and whatever, ace, king, jack is the flop. Oh, I don't have a great chance of winning this. So it's kind of fun to play around with. And here is GTO Wizard. It's really helpful if you want to get into GTO, especially with some of these study plans here. These are kind of the intro ones. We're going to start opening ranges, just start drilling it and working our way through the program. Okay, in the next step, I'm going to be tagging hands as I play them in real live cash games for review the next day. I play on Ignition, so I can get the villain's hands 24 hours after the hand is over with. So I'll be able to kind of go through step by step and reevaluate my choices and see how I should have played based on hand equity and kind of how the other person was playing also. And the final point is more of an anti-tilt control measure. If I'm down 4 buy-ins for the day, I have to call it no matter what. I'm just playing poorly at that point. I'm probably trying to win it all back in the next hand. Just good things don't happen. So I gotta stick to that. Part of me almost wants to make it 2, maybe 3, but we'll kind of reevaluate in the next week or 2. Yeah, man. Next week's video, we will start out reviewing some stat changes from the previous week, from this video, I guess, going forward. Was I able to go break even? How'd I do on those 5 worst hands I have to focus on? And then we'll also be going over some of the tagged hands from real life games that may have been enlightening to me in one way or another. So, if you guys have any other suggestions on how to learn more efficiently, or maybe whatever worked for you, feel free to leave it in the comments. Like I said, I learn better by actually doing and being hands-on more so than just listening to a podcast. But I'm open to all the ideas. I was raised in a very shame-based household growing up, so if you have anything shame-based, that probably would be best. But thank you guys for watching. Thanks for sticking through it. This really was my first time, so thank you for being gentle. Alright, see ya.